This is the HUMHOLD 12,000 BTU Portable Air Conditioner, a 3-in-1 freestanding unit that promises to handle cooling, fan, and dehumidifying functions all in one. It's this solid white rectangle, about 2 feet tall, with a simple shape and clean lines. It's got these hidden handles on the sides, plus 4 little wheels at the bottom. Honestly, moving it around my apartment has been a breeze. From my experience, setting it up was less stressful than I expected. If you're someone who usually gets tangled up in installation, you'll probably appreciate the straightforward steps. All I had to do was attach the foam ceiling to the window, snap in the adjustable plastic window panel, and twist the exhaust hose in place. It comes with every piece you need, so there's no running out for extra parts. For me, unboxing and setup together took about 10 minutes, which I found pretty fast for something like this. At first, I was a bit concerned about the size and weight. It's a little over 60 pounds, so if you have to lug it upstairs, definitely plan ahead. For moving it within one floor, the wheels help a lot. I was skeptical about whether something this size could cool my living room and kitchen, but it actually surprised me. I placed it close to the window and it fit really well with my sliding window. I checked the specs and it's made for rooms up to 500 square feet, and I can honestly say I felt the difference the first day. My living area quickly went from stuffy to comfortable, even on a hot afternoon. Key features that really stand out for me are how it combines 3 functions: air conditioning, a regular fan, and a dehumidifier. On days when it's humid but not super hot, I use the dry mode to take the stickiness out of the air. I didn't even realize how much small-scale dehumidifying would help until I tried it. The fan has 3 speeds and gives solid, steady airflow, which feels great when you don't want full AC running all the time. One of the things I was worried about was noise. With my old portable AC unit, I had to turn up the volume just to hear my TV. But with this HUMHOLD, the highest setting is noticeably quieter, hovering around 48 decibels. That's about as loud as people having a normal conversation. Sleep mode takes the volume down even lower, which totally changed my nights. I actually got some rest without getting woken up by the machine clicking on. The remote control is another detail I appreciate. Sometimes it's the little things, being able to flip between modes, turn the unit up or down, or even just shut it off right from bed or the couch. The remote even lights up, which is nice if you want to make a quick adjustment in the middle of the night. The main panel is easy to read, with a simple LED display showing the temperature, and you can also switch it between Celsius and Fahrenheit in one button press. That was pretty handy for me as I switched between the two out of habit. Another thing I think is worth mentioning is the auto swing function. The top vent opens and closes smoothly, spreading the cold air around the room. Sometimes ACs blow cold air just in one direction, and you have to sit close to feel the benefit. But this unit does a good job of keeping things balanced so everyone in the room can feel the cool down. For smaller rooms or for open areas, it makes a big difference. For those who care about power bills, I noticed the unit claims energy-efficient technology. During heat waves, I usually expect my energy bill to spike, but when running this HUMHOLD unit on energy-saving and smart mode, it seemed to run in shorter bursts and keep the place cool without needing to work overtime. From my experience, that's a win. A feature I found myself using pretty often is the timer. If you like to fall asleep to the sound and feel of cool air, but don't want the AC to run all night, you can set it to shut off anywhere up to 24 hours later. That was awesome for catching a nap on a hot weekend afternoon, or making sure I didn't forget to power it down before heading out. I had a few initial doubts about drainage, because with portable ACs, you sometimes have to empty a water tank regularly. But the HUMHOLD comes with a self-evaporation system. Through normal use, all the water evaporates through the exhaust hose outside the window. I only had to drain it once, when I ran the dehumidifier feature for hours in my basement. I just opened up the plug in the back and attached the included drainage pipe. Super simple. If you're new to portable AC units, BTU stands for British Thermal Unit. In easy terms, the higher the BTU, the better it is at cooling a larger space. At 12,000 BTU, the HUMHOLD handles anything from a bedroom to a living area. If you only need a SAC for a tiny room, this might be a little overkill, but for mid-size apartments or even some offices, it's perfect. One trade-off to keep in mind is that when the temperature difference is really high, say if your room is super hot at first, the unit will run full power and the sound level will rise, close to 60 decibels, according to the manual. For me, this only happened when I first turned it on after coming home to a closed-up apartment, but once it dropped the room temp, the unit quieted down again. I know a lot of newer appliances are coming with Wi-Fi or Bluetooth controls, but just a heads up, this one doesn't have app connectivity. That was something I thought might bother me, but honestly, the remote does everything I need, so I barely notice. Another real-life point. I've had portable ACs in the past that felt flimsy or started making strange noises after a few months. With this HUMHOLD, it feels well built, more solid than my last one. So far, the plastic body has held up well through daily rolling from one spot to another, and there's a washable filter inside, which is easy to pop out for cleaning. In my opinion, the HUMHOLD 12,000 BTU Portable Air Conditioner is a solid unit that delivers on what it promises. It cools quickly, works quietly, and is flexible enough to use in different rooms and scenarios. I'd recommend this for anyone who lives in a mid-sized apartment, has a home office that turns into an oven during the summer, or just wants a backup cooling solution for super hot days. After over a month of using it daily, whether to cool my living room, dry out my basement, or just get better sleep, it's proven to be reliable and user-friendly. Any portable AC will be a little bigger and heavier than you expect, but with the wheels and handles, it's not a problem. If you're hesitant about setup, I think you'll be surprised how straightforward it is. In conclusion, if you're searching for an AC unit for a larger space that won't drive your electric bill up or keep you up all night with noise, this one should be high on your list. It works well, straight out of the box, offers helpful features for real-life daily use, and is easy to move and manage. The biggest selling points for me are how quickly it cools and how quietly it runs, especially in sleep mode. While I'd love to see smart home features in the future, everything else meets my needs so far. If you enjoyed this quick review, please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment below with any questions or your own experiences with portable AC units. Thank you for watching.